Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Nicole, this is Lazy Creek Homestead. On my channel, I like to share things like shopping hauls and what's for dinner, lots of recipe inspiration. I love to be in the kitchen. I sprinkle in a little bit of mom life and what's going on our homestead. I'm a mama to 4 boys. Been homesteading our small little property here in New Hampshire for 10 plus years. I do nothing perfect, but I do everything with love. If you think any of that sounds interesting, I would be so grateful if you hit that subscribe button and stick around for a while. You never know the love and the chaos you'll find here on Lazy Creek Homestead. Today, I am going to share with you a delicious chocolate zucchini cake with homemade peanut butter frosting. We are in the end of August and our zucchinis and summer squash are really producing. So I got lots of fun recipes, hopefully to share with you guys coming up here soon. But let's get in the kitchen and I'll share this delicious homemade chocolate zucchini cake with peanut butter frosting. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a chocolate zucchini cake. It is that time of year. Zucchini is coming in like crazy from the garden. So I'm going to start off by creaming these 2 sticks of butter with a 1/2 cup of brown sugar and a cup of white sugar.
Who cares what we want?
Now we're going to add in 2 eggs and some of my homemade vanilla extract. I'm using turkey eggs because I like how big and beautiful the yolks are. And we're just going to add that into our creamed butter and sugar. Alright, and there is our homemade vanilla and our turkey eggs going into the mix. I like to add my baking soda and baking powder into my flour just so we can get it evenly distributed. I am doing a teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Just get that right in with my flour, and then I'm going to slowly add my flour into my wet ingredients. Now that we have the flour all incorporated, I'm going to add in the 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. And we're going to give that a good mix. And then we're going to add in our 2 cups of shredded zucchini, a dash of cinnamon, and the recipe calls for chocolate chips, but I have these white baking morsels, so we're going to add those in instead. So now we have our cocoa powder in the party. I have my shredded zucchini and a couple of dashes of cinnamon. We're going to get this mixed together, and then I'm going to take off my mixer attachment. I'm going to fold in the white chips with my spatula. I'm going to add about a cup of white chocolate chips. And our chocolate zucchini cake is out of the oven and it's cooled down. So we are going to make a homemade peanut butter buttercream frosting. So I'm starting with a 1/2 stick of room temperature butter in my KitchenAid, and I'm going to add about 2-ish cups or so of creamy peanut butter and about a cup, maybe a cup and a half of powdered sugar. Alright, so we have our butter and our peanut butter and our KitchenAid. You could totally do this by hand if your butter is soft enough, or with a hand mixer. I have a little bit of my homemade vanilla going in, and we're just going to get this frosting mixing. I have a cup and a half of powdered sugar in here. And I ended up putting in the rest of my butter. So I ended up with a whole stick of butter and about
2 cups of peanut butter. I eyeballed it, and about a cup and a half of powdered sugar. We're going to get this all mixed together. Oh yes, and don't forget the homemade vanilla extract. So I mixed up our frosting, and I thought tried a little bit, thought maybe it needed a little bit more sugar, so I added in another half cup. So that's a whole stick of butter, about 2 cups of peanut butter, and 2 cups of powdered sugar. Here is our chocolate zucchini cake with our homemade peanut butter frosting. This cake is a win-win. So delicious.